Hey fam, so quick disclaimer, if y'all hear any noise, my daughter's down there doing her thing, entertaining herself. This video is about feminine hygiene tips. And I'm not just talking about the body, we're specifically talking about the kitty cat today. Because there's a lot of videos going around about how to take care of your body, and I feel like that's just common sense. Wash your body. Wash your body. We don't need a whole video about washing your body. I mean, of course, they include tips on coochie care, but a lot of it revolves around what soaps to use on your body. Use scrubs, use gloves. We're not talking about that. We're talking specifically about the kitty cat today, okay? Because the kitty cat health is very important, okay? The health of our hair is important. The health of our body is important. And the health of our vag is important. So this video is specifically about vag care. Now, I don't mean to brag. But I have one tip, and I guarantee that y'all have never heard this tip before. Probably not even from your gynecologist. So if you want to know what that is, oh, and we have an unboxing too, but we'll get into that later. So if y'all want to hear what that one specific tip is, y'all better keep watching. I'm not going to tell you when it's going to come up, but it's going to come up somewhere in this video, just so I make sure I got y'all's attention, okay? And this video is for anybody. It's for, you can be a girl who just got their period. You could be 11, just getting your cycle. You can be like in your 20s like me, or shoot, you could be 50, 60, 80, 90, 2,000 years old. These are tips that every woman needs to know. So anyways, I have 10 tips. So let's get into this thing. Oh, I had this all written down. If I look hesitant, it's because I can't read my own handwriting. That's how bad my handwriting is. That's really nothing to brag about, and it's not funny, but I just have terrible handwriting. So if I'm struggling, it's because my handwriting is terrible. All right. So let's get into tip number one. Tip number one is, if you're having trouble with your pH balance, use specifically used washes for your kitty cat. I know a lot of people don't advocate for Summer's Eve, but Summer's Eve works for some people. There's, I think, Vagisil. I don't know if they have a soap, but I know they have like wipes and other stuff like that. I've used their wipes before, but I don't know if they have a soap. You know what I'm saying? I used Vagisil before I discovered Honey Pot. They had like irritation wipes, like to reduce irritation. And then I didn't discover Honey Pot, but I was like, I don't know, I was just going through stuff. I had Vagisil, I had Honey Pot, and I was like, let me see what's up with this Honey Pot wipes. And I used the wipes, and I was like, oh, okay. All right, we on to something. Tip number two. I know y'all hear me say this every time I mention vag care. Do not use your washcloth. Do not use a washcloth on your vaginal area, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. When you wash your body, you know what I'm saying? You wash your body with your washcloth. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. But because I was having issues, I stopped using a washcloth on my vaginal area because my vaginal area was getting very irritated. Like, it was just irritated all the time. And, you know, like I mentioned in my last video, me and my doctor is trying to figure out why is it so irritated down there. I'm not doing anything different. I'm not eating anything different. One thing I decided to do was to stop using a washcloth down there, because a washcloth, it can be rough. If you have a very sensitive downstairs area, it can be a little rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the material of the washcloth, and then you already have irritation, and then you want to wipe and rub yourself while you have irritation. Like, it's just not. It's not. And then on top of that, just imagine you're washing, like, the rest of your body. Like, you still have the residue of the soap that you used beforehand. So if you have a sensitive kitty cat and you can't use regular body soap down there, smell your washcloth. It smells like the soap that you just used on your body. So some of that is going to transfer onto your vag area, and we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Tip number 3. This is a tip that I just recently started doing. You should use a scrub on your vag area before and after you shave and wax. First of all, it reduces razor bumps. It reduces irritation. The skin and the hairs are a lot softer and smoother. So, you know, the process is going to come a lot smoother. You hear me? It's going to come a lot smoother, trust me. Tip number 4. Let me see. I haven't really heard people talk about this too much. You should moisturize your vag area too. Now, it doesn't matter if you use a light oil, a heavy oil, a butter. Me personally, I like to use shea butter. Or I'll use like a light oil, you know what I'm saying? Because it softens the skin, it softens the hair, and it's nice and smooth. Also, that is also a benefit when it comes to waxing, because if your hairs is smooth, it's not going to be as, I don't want to say it's not going to be as painful, but at least for me, anyway, it just, I don't know, it's just like the hair is softened, so it's not, I don't want to say it's problematic, because it's not, but it's just like, I don't know, it just makes everything go smoother down there when you keep it moisturized, you know what I'm saying? Like, after you wash your body, do not dry off. I rub some shea butter down there, and it's nice and smooth. If I need to wax or if I need to shave, say I have an appointment, you know, wash, put some shea butter or some oil on there. The skin will be smoother, the hairs will be smoother, so that just makes the process a lot easier. And over time, because what I feel like, over time, you keep doing this regimen and your hairs are smoother, it's going to be easier to manage. Just like your hair. You put oils and butters, if that's what you do, whatever you do that makes your hair manageable, and makes your hair manageable. So that way when you're working on your hair, it's easier for you to maintain it. Same thing with the area down there. If the hairs are smoother and the skin is smoother, your wax and your shaving will go a lot smoother. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Tip number 5, which everyone should be doing this. use flushable wipes. Please. Please use flushable wipes. I know this might sound weird and disgusting, but before you click off, I need y'all to listen. Listen real good, okay? I do not use toilet paper unless I'm doing a number 2. So if I'm just peeing, I'll use a wet wipe, a flushable wipe, because after you're using the bathroom, right, you're wiping said wet area with a dry toilet paper, especially, I'm not going to say if your toilet paper is cheap, but if your toilet paper is cheap, which I'm not knocking you, we got to do what we got to do. Especially if you have cheaper toilet paper and you wipe yourself, you're going to leave toilet paper residue behind. And that can, you know, attract bacteria. And one thing you don't want to do is to, like, you know what I'm saying? You and your man is doing a do. He getting his freak on. And then you got toilet paper residue down there. Like, just use a wet wipe. Please just use a wet wipe. And when it comes to my backside, I wipe with toilet paper and then I refresh and go in again with a wet wipe, because we want to make sure that we got everything. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be fresh and we want it to make sure we got everything. Because, and I'm not saying replace bathing your body with wet wipes, but after you use the bathroom and you use a wet wipe, it's used to clean, you know, said area. It's just a temporary fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, before the day is over, or whenever you bathe at the end of the day, or the morning, or both, whatever, you want to make sure that you stay fresh throughout the day. You don't want to just be using toilet paper and the next thing you know, I'm not saying folks don't know how to wipe, but I'm just saying, like, it increases your chances of staying fresh, of cleanliness. Is it cleanliness or cleanliness? I think it's cleanliness. It increases your chances of cleanliness and you feel fresh and clean. Like, I don't know about y'all, but something about a wet wipe makes me feel like a new bitch. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel super clean. Like, after I use the bathroom and I use my wet wipe, I'll be like, ooh, y'all can't tell me nothing. I know I smell fresh. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also they're portable. So if you don't want to use, like, if you're not the kind of person that carries a big purse and you don't want to use, like, the big pack of wet wipes that look like baby wipes, and you want, like, the little portable size ones that they have, like Summer's Eve or Honey Pot, you can just stuff that in your purse and you can take that wherever you go. All right, now tip number 6. This is one of my favorite tips. Don't wear underwear. Y'all, I don't like to wear underwear. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Not only does it feel better, but there's, like, a scientific reason behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, your OBG will tell you not to wear underwear. And if they do, they'll say use breathable underwear or cotton underwear. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to wear underwear. One, because it's comfortable. Have y'all ever, like, first sundress season, leggings, I don't wear underwear because, y'all, it just feels so, something about not wearing underwear just feels good to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only time you'll catch me wearing underwear is when I'm pregnant. So I have a lot of, when you're pregnant, you get more discharge. So I do wear underwear more often. And also, like, with jeans. Why would you not want to wear underwear with jeans? Like, are you trying to irritate your vag area? You're really going to wear jeans and not wear underwear? No, that's just blasphemous. That's crazy. If you don't feel comfortable not wearing underwear, at least do it either in the daytime or the nighttime. You don't have to do both. I would suggest you do it at night if that doesn't make you feel comfortable, because at night, you're laying down, you're giving your vag a chance to breathe. If you don't feel comfortable being out in public like that, at least, when you go to bed, don't wear underwear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, another thing. I know this might sound weird, and it's just for me. This is something I observe with my body. When I don't wear underwear, I don't get as much discharge. And I think it has something to do with my vagina being able to breathe. Because when I wear underwear, I've noticed that I get more discharge as to if I don't wear underwear. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that is for my body, but from observation, at least for me anyway, I don't get as much discharge when I don't wear underwear. So first of all, discharge is normal, okay? It's your vagina cleaning itself out, all right? Let me see. Do I have another tip for this one? Nope. All right, moving on to tip number 7. We're all old enough to know this by now. Please do not douche. Your gynecologist will tell you not to douche. And I'm going to tell y'all why, just in case you don't know. When you douche, you're getting rid of everything inside your vagina. And people may think that, why is that a bad thing? Well, the bad thing about it is when it's clearing out your vag area, it's also cleaning out the good bacteria that keeps out the bad bacteria. And you're more susceptible to infections. So don't douche. Don't do it. I've never douched before. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't have any experience about that because I've never douched. So, yeah. Tip number 8. Your diet. I don't hear people talk too much about this either. I know people say drink water, drink water, drink water. But I will also say pay attention to your diet. Pay attention to the things you eat and the way your pH balance reacts. Now, I know this might sound weird, but it's not a bad habit to smell your underwear. It's really not. Because you want to make sure that everything is right. Sometimes you may have an issue with your pH balance and it's really subtle and you'll never know until you catch a quick whiff. You get what I'm saying? For me, what I found out, and this was by smelling my underwear, okay? I can't eat a lot of dairy. I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't get the bubble guts. I don't get diarrhea. It's just when I eat a lot of dairy, it throws off my pH balance. And then my pH balance smells like dairy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it smells like cheese. It smells like yogurt. So I have to stay away from eating a lot of dairy. You know what I'm saying? For some people, maybe they can't eat a lot of fish. Maybe they can't eat a lot of beef. Maybe they can't eat a lot of things that have a lot of heavy seasonings, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to pay attention to your body. And I learned that I can't have a lot of dairy. I don't normally eat a lot of dairy, but there's some times where I'm like, ooh, I'm really craving grilled cheese sandwiches lately. And if I'm having grilled cheese sandwiches back to back to back 3 days in a row, that's going to mess with my pH balance. So you have to have, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand, you have to know the triggers of your body. Okay? I know they say this is a myth, but eat your fruits, okay? Eat your fruits. Because, at least for me anyway, when I keep up with a good diet, every person has a different odor, okay? Odor it's not necessarily a bad thing, but everyone has a different odor. For me, if I eat, more fruits and more vegetables, I have a more of a hint of a sweet smell. Not that y'all need to know this, but I'm just saying, your diet does matter, okay? Because you don't want to be eating McDonald's and potato chips all your life and then wonder why you smell salty. It's your diet, babes. It's your diet. Fix that. And it doesn't mean that you have to cut out meat or fast food. Just pay attention to your pH balance. You get what I'm saying? All right. Tip number 9. This is a tip that my gynecologist taught me that I used after I gave birth to my daughter. This will, I'm not saying this goes for everybody, but it goes for me. How to fix vaginal irritation. So what we found out was, when I had went to the doctor, the reason why I was having issues with my vag area and my pH balance was because I had irritation going on down there. Like, I can't remember what it was called. Vulvitis, vulvitis, vaginitis, something like that. I had, I went to school when I was in high school, I took a class for veterinary assistant. Now, veterinary assistant and medical assistant, like for humans, they're not completely identical, but a lot of the terminologies are different. So itis means inflammation. The medical term for itis means inflammation. I know us black folks be like, oh, I got the itis, I'm so tired because I just ate. But itis for the medical term means inflammation. So I was having issues because I was having inflammation. So I'm going to tell y'all what my doctor told me that helped me fix my little situation. First of all, let me turn the page. First and foremost, get an STD check. You don't want to do anything without getting an STD check or a pap smear, because you don't want to just be like, oh, I'm going to fix this at home, and the whole time you got an STD. And I'm not saying, that means you're dirty or, you're worldly, to put it nicely. Sometimes things happen. You may have a partner, and then that partner isn't clean, and then they pass it to you. So the first thing you want to do is get an STD check and make sure that that's not what the issue is. Believe it or not, my doctor told me to use Vaseline. She told me to use Vaseline. Yes, she did. No, the Vaseline that I used was, it's either called baby sensitive or sensitive. I can't remember, but it's like, it's Vaseline, but there's like, the label isn't pink, but it's like, anyways, that's neither here nor there. If you go to the section, if you go to the baby section in like Walmart or anywhere, it'll be there. Okay. Because I had irritation, it made me dry. So she told me that rubbing Vaseline down there would reduce the dryness, which would reduce the irritation. And it worked. And I mean, like, in a matter of days, it worked. Change soaps. Okay. It could also very well just be the soap that you're using. That takes trial and error. Now, regardless if you can't use Honey Pot, or you can't use Summer Eve, or you can't use Vagisil, you know what I'm saying? There's other options out there. It's just trial and error. You just might have to change your soap. Of course, don't wear underwear. That's what my gynecologist told me. She said, don't wear underwear at night. Give it a chance to breathe. That may help a lot of the irritation, because your body needs to cleanse itself. And in order for it to cleanse itself, it needs to breathe. And finally, we're here. We're here at this mysterious tip that y'all have never heard before. But I'll say this. If you're a mom, you know. If you're a mom, you know. I'm going to just say that. I'm going to give y'all a hint. So with that, we're going to do a quick unboxing so I can show y'all. I have something else in here too that I'm going to like do a video on later. They just came in the same package, so don't mind, okay? Don't mind how big it is. Don't worry about all of that. Just know that what we're talking about in the video today is in here. Alrighty. This is called a Perry bottle. This isn't the ones. All right, let me break it down for you. After you give birth, the doctor suggests that you use, well, honestly, I don't remember my doctors ever telling me the name of it. They would just say, put warm water in this and spray on your area. So what they would do after you give birth is they would give you this bottle. You have to spray your area. You would use witch hazel wipes, and you would either use an antibacterial spray or cream just to make sure you don't get an infection. You know, the witch hazel is to cool the not irritated area, because you just pushed a human out of your body. So they use that, you know, just to cool down the area, and the water is to just, I'm not sure what the water is for, but it's to like, I mean, it's also for soothing purposes too, because you just had a baby and you want to pee and you want to poop, and you just, you know, it's just a little scary sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. After you give birth, sometimes it burns a little bit. As expected, you just pushed a human out of your body. But anyways, this is called a Perry bottle. And I will break it down to you for a little bit on while I open this. Oh, actually, that didn't take long to open at all. Never mind. These are portable. So you can also, if you have a bag that's big enough, you can also bring these out in public with you. So I bought a fancy one. This was like $8 and some change on Amazon. I'll try and link it below. But this is what it looks like. This is the fancy one. So what you would do is fill this up with warm water, right? Ooh. And you hear that? You squeeze it and it hits said area, okay? And it's, you know, for when you go to the bathroom, front or back, you put it behind you or in front of you, and you just squeeze. You can use them for your vag, and I also use them for my backside area, because, you know, after you do a number 2, you want to make sure that said area is clean. So when I gave birth to my daughter, like I mentioned, I had a lot of irritation, so it really hurt for me to wipe down there. So I would just use this. I would spray the back, I would spray the front, and then I will wipe because and then, which I came to thinking, I was like, wow, this is a lot easier. And I don't have to wipe as much or use as much toilet paper either, because this is getting rid of a lot of the residue. We'll just call it residue. What else did I write down? You also feel cleaner. Like, I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of, like, not a bird bath, but it kind of reminds me of a bird bath. Like, you know, it's like a quick wash up. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like I just washed my cooter. I mean, it doesn't make me feel like I just washed my cooter because I'm not using soap, but it just feels refreshed. You know what I'm saying? And talking about washing your cooter, if you want to take it that far, you can put in a couple of pumps of your, a couple of squirts, whatever, of your Vag Care, you know, whatever soap of your choice. You can put the warm water in here, and then you can spray just to cleanse the area for like a extra super, not extra super, that sounds so childish. For like extra security, you know what I'm saying? Just to make sure if that, you know, floats your boat. I'm not saying you fill it up with soap and water. You know, you just real subtle. Because soap is not supposed to go inside your cooter, okay? By the way, don't put this inside your cooter, okay? That's not what it's for. You're just supposed to, this is your cooter, right? You go in and you squeeze, all right? You ain't got to go inside. Just squeeze, all right? So if you want to feel extra secure, extra clean, you can even put a little bit of water in there. And like I said, you could put water in here. So you can say you're out in public and you got to take a number 2, or you got to use the bathroom. Either way, you head over to the sink real quick, fill this up with warm water, take care of your business, squirt, squirt, squirt. Because first of all, we all know that public bathroom toilet papers do not do the job. They do not do the job. Like, it's cheap. It breaks down. It gets stuck in places. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying not to use it, because I'm not going to say it's not messy. It can get a little messy because when you're done, it drips down a little bit. You know, grab a big old fat wad and pat dry. Don't wipe dry, because if you wipe dry, it's going to crumble and stuff like that. Pat dry. Or at least, I wouldn't say pat damp. Pat dry, okay? You gotta do what you gotta do with the butt area, you know what I'm saying? Hit it again if you feel like you need to. There might be some toilet paper stuck back there. Hit it again with the area, and then, you know, grab another big wad, pat dry. Now, I would say this. Do not enter from the back. Enter from the front. So, say you're on the toilet. This is your vag, and this is your butt, okay? You will go in, you open your legs, going through the front, and do this. I mean, I know it's not a flat surface, but, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, y'all. This is the tip of the century, I'm telling you. This is the tip of the century. Y'all better get onto this. I'm telling y'all. If y'all don't get onto this, I'm telling you, I'm starting something. I'm starting something. I'm starting a new trend, y'all. Y'all need to use this. Not just for after birth, but just for day-to-day too. And it's not even just for after birth. You can use this for day-to-day. So, I just don't normally see people talk about it. I haven't seen people talk about it. It's just, you know, like a hospital thing. You know, use this until you're healed. Why use it until you're healed? This works great. It's soothing. There's less bacteria, less buildup, less residue. Like, these and wet wipes, get into it. Get into it. These are wet wipes. You better get into it. That's all I have to say. Get into it. All right. Thank you to our new... Wow, I'm rushing the exit. I'm definitely rushing the... Y'all, my daughter's getting into all of my oils. And luckily, she don't know how to unscrew the tops. And luckily, I'm about to wrap up this video. Because if I get my nice Jamaican black castor oils on my floor, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry because I'm not going to clean out my carpet, but she's a baby. Look at her, upset because she can't get the top off. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you've been here before, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, okay? Just to make sure that, you know, you hip to the new hip. What am I, 70 years old? Ciao. Anyways, hit the bell button so you know when my next video comes up. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to our new family members. Hey, how you doing? Love to see it. Love to see y'all. How's everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the family. Hugs and kisses. And with that being said, I hope this video was helpful and informative. I hope this extra tip helped y'all with something, okay? I hope. I know I did something there. I know I did something. But I hope that, you know, I hope that it, you know, had some insight. So I will check on the next video. Stay positive, stay healthy, be happy, and I will check y'all in the next video.